What if everything you know about history is just a repeat? What if the evidence of a cycle, a loop we are trapped inside, is carved in stone all around us, and yet we are programmed to ignore it? This isn't science fiction. This is a pattern so blatant, so terrifying, that once you see it, you can't unsee it. We are taught civilization is a straight line, from caves to huts to skyscrapers, a steady climb. But then, how do you explain the precision? The Great Pyramid, aligned with true north with an error margin smaller than a modern building. The Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old astronomical computer with gears we couldn't replicate until the 14th century. The Pumapunka stones in Bolivia, cut with such laser-like precision that engineers today struggle to explain it. These aren't just anomalies. They are outliers. They are glitches in the timeline. What if these are not the beginnings of our civilization, but the crumbling remnants of the last one? A previous iteration in a cycle we are doomed to forget and rediscover. Every culture has a flood myth. Not some, but every single one. A great reset sent by the gods. Now, consider this. In 536 AD, a mysterious fog plunged the world into 18 months of darkness. Crops failed. Societies collapsed. Historians call it the worst year to be alive. But what caused it? A volcano? Perhaps. Or was it something else? A system crash. And what happens after a crash? A reboot. The Dark Ages. A period where knowledge is lost, history is rewritten, and humanity is forced to start again. From scratch. Is this the template? Is catastrophe the built-in reset button for this simulation? Now, fast forward to our age. The age of code. Physicists now speak of the universe being made of information, of reality being pixelated at the Planck length. They are searching for the source code. And what do we do with code? We run simulations, endlessly, to solve problems, to predict outcomes, to play out scenarios. What if our obsession with recreating reality in VR isn't an invention, but a buried memory? A deep, subconscious drive to rebuild the very system we are unknowingly trapped within? The patterns are everywhere. The golden ratio, fractals, the same mathematical blueprint in a spiral galaxy and a seashell. This is not random design. This is elegant, efficient code. This leads to the most unsettling question of all. If this is a simulation or a cyclical prison, what is its purpose? Are we an experiment, a school, or a prison? Consider the limits placed upon us. The speed of light, the confines of our biology, the short span of a life just long enough to ask the questions, but never long enough to find the answers. Are these the rules of the game, or are they the walls of the cell? We are born with amnesia, told a story by the previous inmates, and we spend our brief time here trying to figure out the rules of a maze we didn't build. So, where does that leave us? I'm not telling you this is the truth. I am asking you a question that science, philosophy, and ancient texts have all whispered in different languages. Why does the past feel so inexplicably advanced? Why does the future feel so eerily predictable? And why do we, in the present, feel this deep, nagging sense that something is missing, that something is off? Look at the evidence not as separate mysteries, but as pieces of a single, terrifying puzzle. The pyramids, the myths, the quantum physics, the repeating patterns, they are not problems to be solved. They are clues. Clues left behind from the last cycle or from outside the system. Clues meant for us to find. The real conspiracy isn't about who built these things. The real conspiracy is the silent, unanimous agreement to never ask why they all look the same. The loop is real. The only question that remains is this: are we here to break it, or are we just here to run it one more time?